The crackhead's coriander, the devil's lettuce. Today I'm on the weed subreddit. Because last time it did well, surprisingly enough. Alright, the first one. Imagine refusing service to the absolute hungriest demographic that you'll ever have walk into your restaurant. If you have the smell of marijuana on you, we will not serve you. Reefer madness is spreading like a plague and we want to stop it before it enters our establishment. That is the most ass-backward sign to have in the front of a restaurant. That's like a martial arts gym saying no to a kid who's being bullied. Like, that's your main demographic. But nowadays, you know, with the electric shit, you don't even smell. Like, you can barely tell that you're high, you know? You can barely tell that you smoked. I mean, you literally can't. You can even smoke that shit in the restaurant and you'll get away with it. So, you know, be yourself. If you're unapologetic stoner and you read signs like this, go in there and fucking... I'm not responsible for any consequences you may suffer, but do you, bro? Look at this dope-ass picture I took. Damn, that is a dope picture. I mean, not gonna lie, that's kind of artsy as fuck. Bro, I just blew the fattest fucking cloud, like it's literally in the sky. Anti-weed ad from back in the day. Too good not to share. This isn't normal, unless you're addicted to reefer cigarettes. Then it happens all the time. I'm not gonna lie, this is my idea of a good fucking time, dude. Blowing a tuba into a random person's ass? Like, what the fuck, dude? Am I the only one curious to what that feels like? I think we all need to be a little bit more freaky, and if reefer cigarettes help us get in touch with our fucking freaky side, so be it. There's a limit to freakiness too, you know, I'm not saying, alright. Another piece of propaganda. This is from Christians Against Pot. This is the average amount of pot, toke, it takes to overdose and die. It's called an eighth. And every day, roughly 6,000 teens try this trash and end up dead. Still think the pot is cool? The pot? No one said pot's cool, it just feels so fucking good. In fact, I think there's a lot of stigma around potheads, but, you know, even the person who says, yo, that guy is weird, he smokes weed all the time, he's a fucking... They probably would love it too, you know, they're just squares. Damn, I've died a lot today, and yesterday, and last week. I should check up on that. Snoop Dogg would have died like a million times by now. I swear, Snoop Dogg and Willie Nelson are like the Jesus and Muhammad, Moses, you know, whatever denomination you are. I'm not going to judge. But, you know, they're like that for the stoner religion? I don't know what I'm trying to say. Behold, the one and only commandment. Real stoners don't flex how much they smoke. If they're smoking with their friends, they absolutely flex how much they smoke. Bruh. Me and my friend, you know, we used to be stoners until we got the pamphlet from Christians Against Pot, then we reformed. But back in the day, you know, there was a group of us, a collection of stoners, and we would smoke, as you do when you're a pothead. And this kid would always be like, yo, I can hit more blinkers than you. I'm gonna do these many blinkers in a row. You can't fucking do it. You won't. Like, he definitely flexed how much he could smoke. And he was a stoner, for sure. Okay, it's a photo of edibles, I think. Or is that just regular chocolate? I don't fucking know. I've never had an edible, nor do I plan on it. But again, because I'm reformed, thanks to Christians Against Pot. But it was something that always scared me. And, you know, the reaction I had from regular weed, oh my god. I can only imagine what edibles would do. At the end, I'll tell you why I stopped. If you can manage to stick around, you know. The real dangers of marijuana. It's a burger where the bun is pizza and there's bacon and then there's fries in there. Marijuana culinary concoctions are some of the greatest things in the world. There's literally a subreddit based on it. It's called Stoner Foods. If you want to look at what fucking people cook when they're high, they become like literally Michelin star chefs. It's crazy. Now this here, it doesn't look high quality or, you know, Michelin level, but I bet you it tastes fucking good. 16-year-old me smoking joints on the weekend for fun. 27-year-old me hitting the bong before I shower to make it more entertaining. Yeah, unfortunately I did not start, fortunately I'd say, I did not smoke when I was 16. I think I only started mid-college. But I will say one thing. Being high listening to music and being in a shower, this shit's like a religious experience. I used to sit on the floor in the shower just listening to music. Just, I don't know how long I'd be there, but like, oh my god. That and eating spicy Middle Eastern food. Oh my god, there's a Karen here. One of my closest friends just tested positive for THC. What do I do? I saw his papers after getting a drug screening for a part-time job he got. I'm going to tell coach and get him kicked off the team, but also considering calling the cops. Is there anything they can do? What they're going to do is stick a vacuum hose down his throat and suck all the weed out, bro. That's a good choice you made. Imagine you have a friend like this, dude. That's not a friend. He knows weed's not that bad. He's just trying to fuck you over any chance he gets. He's jealous because you're better than him, and he's trying to take you down a peg. One way or another. Bro, imagine this guy plays chess. Imagine it's just a chess club. And he's like, yo, you smoke. You've broken the holy... I don't know. Fuck. Forget it. There's no joke here. 3 stoners looking at each other. No, I'm not a stoner, unfortunately. I don't know. But this did remind me of a, that friend I spoke about, the reformed stoner, thanks to Christians Against Pop. He would be so fucked up. His face would freeze for like 5 minutes in like some weird deformed position, just staring at something. I don't know where he went. And then he'd just come to and he was like, yo, what happened? I'd be like, your face fucking froze. None of us had the common sense to be like, oh, let's whip out our camera, take a photo. Has that ever happened to you? Comment below if you watch this shit. Hey, sorry, I stopped responding mid-argument. I smoked weed and it turns out I actually don't give a shit. Post Bud Clarity. Remembering back when a couple of puffs was all it took. Literally, I could get contact high right now from, I am ripe for the picking right now. One puff is all it takes. I'm sick, I can't sing that song. One puff is all it takes. I don't know the rest of the lyrics, because I haven't written them yet, but, When you smoke weed, you will get high. When you read, you will get educated. So when you read and smoke, you will get highly educated. That is some dope logic right there. I love it. I do notice this trend. It's kind of like a trend in my life, regular life, but it also applied in my former, before I was reformed by Christian Good, my former life where I was a stoner. Entertainment, we always go for the thing that is most digestible. Like, I'll fucking scroll on YouTube rather than watch a movie. Why? Because it's easy, digestible. Brain rot, I've got a short attention span, so it just instant. Smacks me in my smacks me in my, whatever the fuck's the dopamine thingy is in the brain. I don't know, fuck. That's why I'll watch a movie over reading. Because again, instant. But I really do wonder what reading is like when you're fucking fried. Because I like reading when I can put down my fucking phone. I like reading. I can only imagine what it would have been like. Like reading Misery. Oh! So now I'm going to tell you why I stopped smoking. It is a traumatic story. It resulted in a panic attack, and I feel like it resulted in years of brain damage. I'm not even being facetious or exaggerating. I don't know what the real word is. One of those two, take the right one. So this was just before the pandemic, and I was in my last year of college, I think. I don't remember. The timeline's a little bit blurred. But this was approaching my break. Winter break. Now, during college, I would get fucking fried on the weekends only, exclusively. But during this break, I decided to go ham every fucking night. Get high. And it was the same ritual, same routine. Go buy food, eat half of it there, come home, get fucked, eat the rest while I'm watching a movie, shower, and then go to sleep. That was it. Every fucking night. And I used to use the electric shit, the carts. The carts, is that what you call them? The dab pens. So I bought some fucking fruity fucking flavor. I don't know what it was called. Strawberry shortcake, red velvet, something like that, And I always went for indicas because I was scared of anxiety. I buy this shit, and then one night, I believe it was maybe a Friday night, I decide, for some reason, I think it was just on autopilot, I took 4 blinkers. If you know what the blinker is, it's basically you're maxing out the battery, taking as big a hit as you can. I took 4 blinkers. I didn't think about it. I was like, I can do this now. I took 4. I went to my room. Everything felt fine. And then while I'm in my room, trying to do the regular thing, eating food, watching a movie, a wave of queasiness hit me. Like, I felt Like my mouth wasn't working, and like I was about to fall over. So I was like, okay, let me skip the eating part of this escapade and go to the bathroom, go to the shower part, because that, as I already mentioned, was the religious experience. So I went there, and I don't know how long I was bent over this fucking bathtub, just feeling my heartbeat. Boom, 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 boom. It literally felt like there was a gorilla in my chest trying to fucking punch its way out, slamming against my fucking ribs. It was so bad that I was actually pondering calling the cops or an ambulance, because I actually thought I was going to die. It was the most frightening physical experience I've probably ever had. Thankfully, weed is one of those things where the rational part of your brain is still alive in there, and it told me, you know, nobody's really ever died doing this shit, so maybe you're overreacting. You just need to chill. Okay, I tried that. So then I was like, okay, let me just wash my face first, calm down, and then I'll get in the shower. Walking over to that sink was, I think, an even worse decision, because at that point, for some reason, it was literally like, I would say 2 a.m., 3 a.m., like I was really bumming it at this point in my life. And it felt like it was bright outside, like there was some kind of light coming. And as soon as I looked at the mirror in front of the sink, like I had no orientation of which way was up, which way was down. I was completely lost, dude. And the scary part is that it felt like there was some bad shit going on outside. Like this little bathroom was the only safe space on the planet. I don't know what it was, but for some reason in my mind, it felt like there were bombs falling outside of that room. Like there was a war going on right outside that window. I don't know if I thought there were bombs dropping because my heart was fucking beating out my chest, but it was really frightening. Anyway, I got through that section. I went back in the shower. Again, the heartbeat. Again, thought about calling the police, but I managed to survive that as well. Then I get to my bed. I'm like, okay, go to sleep. Fuck the movie. Fuck the food. Just go to sleep. I need this shit to be over. And as I'm lying there, I'm looking at the door, and I'm seeing, like, I'm not seeing figures, but like the world has turned kind of into polygons or geometric patterns. I don't know if it was just because it was dark or what, but like this wasn't as freaky as the rest of it. At this point, I felt like, okay, it's slowly getting back to normal. But the next day is what really triggered me to stop, because I don't know what it was, but I woke up. First interaction with my family, I flipped out and like I raged, left the house, went to the office where I work at on a day where I didn't have work. I sat there in that room, bright fucking fluorescent lights shining on me. I don't know what it was, but like I felt so ashamed of myself. I was about to I was on the verge of tears again, and I was like, oh, I can't be here, and I left again. I think I was having like a breakdown, like a panic attack. I went home again, family, flipped out, went upstairs, grabbed the fucking dab pen that I have, and I went to this spot where I would chill by a river, and I threw this dab pen off a bridge into the river. I know it's not environmentally friendly, but I wasn't thinking straight, and holy shit, it felt like there was such a burden lifted off my shoulder. I don't know what happened that day, and I mentioned that I felt kind of crappy for years after. I called it a herbover, you know, like a hangover. What I researched indicates that it was something called derealization or depersonalization, where you feel detached from everything, like life is going by and you're just a passenger watching it like it's a movie. You know what I'm saying? It's hard to describe what it's like, but you just don't feel connected with your life. And I had this feeling for years. Sometimes I still get it, but the thing that I feel like triggered it was that panic attack I had the day after, you know? Okay, yeah, that's why I stopped. If you I'm sorry, that was a downer. If you've had a similar experience, comment below. Anyway, I hope you enjoyed that video. Like and subscribe for more Reddit content or whatever you want at some point down the line. Recommend subreddits for me to go on. I'll do it. And yeah, I hope you have a good time until the next time I see you. And listen to Christians Against Pot. That little toke you're taking could kill you!